Hello there, my name is Dr. Puzzler, and for about the past week, I have been working on a character memory system for Adventure Creator. So what this system does is allows you to attach, create memories for a Adventure Creator NPC. So what we can do with this system is we can create memories onto this NPC. In an action list, we can check those memories, whether or not they are on or off, and we can toggle those. So it's like a Boolean variable almost, but it's a little bit more specialized, specifically for character memories. And so then we can use this system to toggle on and off different dialogues or cutscenes or whatever, depending on what a character does or does not remember. So, for example, if you have a character at the beginning of the game and you talk to them, then they can remember you later on and what you talked to them about, and then their dialogue can change. Or if you just ignore them, then they won't know who you are, and their dialogue will change later on in the game. So, in this video, I'm going to show you how to set up and use this system in your own game. I've been working on this for my game, The Source, which you should totally wishlist on Steam and play the demo for. But I put the system up on my GitHub page for you to use in your own game if you want to. So the first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to go to my GitHub page here. And my GitHub is just github.com/Dr. Puzzler. Where's the link? Come on. As you can see, just right here, github.com/Dr. Puzzler. Just like so. And once you get to here, you're going to look for my repositories, and you're going to find AC character memories. So let's open that up and let us look here. We can see we have the code here. And for this example, I'm just going to download the code as a zip file. Just like so. Super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Let's open up our zip file here. And as you can see, we got a few things. We have a Unity package, README, and we have the source code here. The source code is a little bit messy, but you're welcome to look through it. You're welcome to look through it and modify it. If you make this better in any way, feel free to contact me, because I'm kind of bad at programming. So, anyways, what we're going to do is we're going to add this into Unity. Just import the package, just like so. Keep everything selected, and we will import that. Unity is going to take its time. Okay, so I believe, yep, those will show up in our scripts folder, just like so. And we have all of our scripts here. Now, in order for this to work, we need to get our two actions into the Adventure Creator actions folder. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Adventure Creator. We're going to find scripts, and we're going to find actions right here. Once we have that, we're going to go back and find these two scripts, action character check memory and action character toggle memory, and we're going to move these into the AC actions folder, just like so, and they'll just fit really nicely into there. Unity will recompile, and boom, we should have at this point everything we need to get started. So first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to create a new object. just going to create an empty object here, and we're just going to call this test character, just like so. And then what we're going to do is let's add an NPC component right here. And we're not going to do anything with the NPC itself. The NPC component does not have a bearing on the on how this works. We just want that in there. Then we're going to add character memory, just like so. You can see here we have a new character memory script. Now there's a few fields we have in here. We have a couple of fields for our memory path, our memory asset name, and a field for a memory asset. And by default, we're not going to have any in there. So what we need to do is we need to create a new memory data asset. And by default, this is just going to create in our assets folder. That's fine for the purpose of this tutorial. So we're just going to create that, just like so. And we can see we've created a new one, and it's popped up right here. Now, what we're going to do, and if you try and create a new one, it'll ask you if you want to or not. If you push yes, it'll replace it with a new one. As you can see, we have them both here, but our character memory data asset, we can only have one of those in here. Once we get this in here, we can see that we have this button that pops up to create new memories. And we can create as many as we want. And each memory has a few important values. The first one is the index, and each memory has a specific unique index. As you can see, however many we create, each of these is going to have their own index, just like so. And if we delete stuff, we can delete memories. And if we create new memories, as you can see, they're not going to create a memory with an already existing index because we don't want that. Next thing, we have the memory name. This is just something that you can use to make it easier for you to know what this memory is. So in this case, we could be like test, or maybe this one talked to before. And then the final one that we have here, final value that we have here is the memory preset. And this is the value that the memory will take on when it is first loaded in. So usually you'll probably just want to keep this to nothing, but maybe we want to have it on, maybe we don't want to have it off. That's fine. I'm going to delete this just for simplicity's sake. So now that we have these in here, how do we interact with these in our game? So what I'm going to do, we're going to create an empty object test action, and we're going to just add in an interaction on here for Adventure Creator. So what we're going to do, let's expand this, is we're going to find the character category of action, and in here we should have memory check and memory set if you place those two scripts into the right folder. So let's go to memory set. We are going to find the memory that we are looking for, and if we, or the NPC I mean, and if an NPC does not have a memory component, this will tell us, wait a second, this doesn't have a memory component yet. So let's go to test character. You can see we're going to have a pop-up field with all of our memories that we have. So if we add some more memories in here, as we can see, these all pop up. And then the memory set works. It's pretty straightforward. We can set it on, we can set it to off. I'm going to delete that for now. The second action that we have here is the memory check. Once again, we're going to find that. We have a reference value, and it's going to check whether it is true or whether it is false. And for demonstration purposes, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make this loop around itself. To test whether or not it is. So if it's true, we're going to set to false, and if it's false, we're going to set it to true. And just so we know that this is working, I'm going to just play some dialogue that will say, I remember now, I forgot. And actually, wait. Okay. We're going to want to play that speech. If that value is false, we're going to want to play this speech if that value is true. And then after we do that, we're just going to set that to on if it forgot, and we're going to set it to off if it remembered. So that way it should, if this action list works, it should just switch back and forth between I remember and I forgot. Just like so. Okay. So let's test this out by running our game. Okay. So what we're going to do here, let's find our object. And we're going to find test character right here. And if we look here, we can see we have this new field that tells us the current value of this variable. So right now the character has not remembered. Now, let's run our action here. And as you can see, the action, when we check it, sees that we have forgotten. And now it remembers. And we can see that that variable value here has changed that to has remembered true. And it'll go back and forth just like so. Super duper easy and simple. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind here. One, occasionally when we're looking for a memory, we say we put it in the middle, we have a bunch of memories here, then we delete some older memories. The action here can occasionally not like us. Unfortunately, I have not been able to figure out exactly how to fix this as of yet. I might update this in the future. It's not a huge problem. The easiest way to get around it is just to delete the action and put it back in, and it should work fine. Yeah, pretty simple. Then the second thing that we're going to want to do here for demonstration is how do we get the game to save these values? Because obviously, if we're having a game that we want to get this to work across scenes, we want this to save the value. And the way we do that is on our object here with the character memory script and the NPC, we're going to find remember character memory. We're going to add that on. Now, in order for this to save across multiple characters, multiple of the same characters, we can do a couple things. One, if we have a character prefab, we can just set that value to true, retain in prefab, so that way every instance of this character will contain the same memories. Or if we're not using a prefab, then what we'll want to do is we'll want to change this to manual, and for every single one of these characters, of these NPCs we want to affect, we are going to make sure to copy and paste this ID, so that way AC knows to pull the specific values for this memory object, for this character memory. I'm just going to set that back to automatic. And then if we test this out, we can come here. As we can see, it's false. If we run this, we can see that this will change between true and false. So let's set it to true, just like so. And wait. The problem we are having here is the way my game is set up will make it so that we can't actually leave the scene while it's in. While it's in dialogue. So let's actually just fix that real quick. Okay. And then we can check and see it's false because it's not loading those in when we just start the scene. When we run now, if we check this, it's true now. So let us exit the scene and go to the main menu, and then we'll resume. So we head back to the last save point. Now, if we check this, this value should be true, which it is. Perfect. If we run now, we can see it works as intended. So that is the character memory system. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or thoughts about how this system could be improved. I'd love to hear any of your feedback on this. Of course, as always, make sure that you wishlist the source on Steam and play that demo. It's a super duper cool game. Super duper proud of its current progress and super duper excited for my plans for this game. So definitely check it out because it's going to be super fun. And I will see you guys next time.